Get Arathi Ma's new book, The Value of Truth, at arathima.com.
I'm out in the windy forest today, so if the microphone gets wind in it, just bear in mind Thor's Day is coming. Yeah, my birthday's coming up soon, so I don't know, at the time I post this video, it might be actually the same day, who knows? But you know, it seems like a good day to talk about what the spiritual path really is, what the enlightenment path really is, okay? You know, and it's good to understand because a combination of a few things go on as we go about life. We're sometimes on the ego path, where we're actually making the ego stronger, and we're making our prison stronger, making our prison of suffering stronger. And then other times we're deciding to free ourselves from that prison, okay? So there are a few signs that you can tell if you're on the ego path or on the enlightenment path, okay? So a sure sign that you are on the ego path at that time, okay, because like I said, there's a balance. You go back and forth. This is the way we do this path. Sometimes, you know, we fall back into our illusions and all this. That's all normal. That's all good. But one way you can realize this is happening and then pull yourself back into your commitment to the truth is to know if you are on the avoidance path, okay? The ego path and the avoidance path are pretty much the same thing. There's the path of truth, and then there's the path of avoiding the truth. Okay, so everybody knows what a lie is, okay? But a lot of times people don't understand what avoidance is and what certain patterns or certain strategies that your ego will come up with in order to avoid. You know, two people can do the same thing, but they can do it for much different reasons, okay? You can do from a place of love, or you can do so you actually distract yourself from what you're actually feeling. You know, you may feel grief, and then you're saying, okay, I'm going to get really busy. I'm going to set some goals. I'm going to make a chart and all this kind of stuff. And then you're accomplishing or trying to just move constantly to make sure you never have to sit and actually finally be face to face with the emotion that you're avoiding. Okay. So I have a few people that I know that are in my student circles out there that are heavily on the avoidance path, and they are claiming that it is the spiritual path. They're involved in using substances to avoid their feelings. And then they're claiming to everyone that they're on the enlightenment path. They're just going through a cleanse. Okay? This is not a recipe for truth. You know, what you're doing is you're trying to strengthen the ego to avoid what is before you, and then you may be doing spiritual disciplines in order to make what's before you more obvious. So what you're doing is just increasing the amount of suffering. Okay? It's like a rhinoceros and an elephant walking in two different directions with a rope tied between them. At some point, something's going to snap. Okay, so you have to make your commitment to go one direction or the other. But, you know, like Misty Miyagi says, you know, walk on one side road, fine. Walk on the other side, no problem. Walk in the middle, squish like grape. Okay? So if you're on the avoidance path, you know that it happens. It just happens. The ego is all about avoidance. It's all about distracting you from what is, because it wants to keep you in this place of a small little room, the small little place of you know everything, you know? That's why your awareness is very dull when you're in the mind. You're not aware of what you don't know, right? Where the great mystics and the great yogis, they knew things that were going on and, you know, thousands of light years away in the cosmos, because they were so aware that they were beyond the mind. They weren't focusing on avoiding what was before them. They were so deeply into what was before them that their awareness had expanded beyond the reality that you and I know as Earth. Okay? So a powerful discipline is sometimes to watch why you do things. And I'm not saying to second guess yourself every second day. You know, if you're doing something, just have fun, you know, enjoy yourself. But if you notice at some point that, I'm doing something and there's a percentage of suffering that's actually driving this, well, then you've got some stuff to work with in your meditation practice. You know, if you know that some anxiety is driving your need to constantly socialize, or if your anxiety is driving the need for a goal, or if your fear about life or worries is causing you to constantly think about something or to do a certain action, this is something you could sit with in meditation. This is the gift of life, you know. So by engaging in life, you've become aware of some pain that was driving your living. Right? So again, for the people out there that are very judgmental of themselves, I'm not here to say that, oh, you're bad or there's something wrong. It's not that at all. It's more about understanding how to further your progress on this path and to, put yourself right back in alignment once you fall off, because falling off is all part of this. Nobody has ever been on the enlightenment path and done it perfectly, because the perfect idea, where does that come from? The mind, okay? But there are ways that you can find yourself deeper into your own unconditional love for yourself, rather than falling for the trap of avoiding yourself and trying to get away from yourself, okay? So if you're using substances like drugs and alcohol, or if you're making yourself busy for the sake of busyness because you're just avoiding something, just know that this is not actually what the enlightenment path is really about. That's not really the work. The work is the discipline of sitting here and understanding that all of these things have no power over you. That your unconditional happiness and bliss does not have to be earned, it is already here. And if you're taking action based on suffering, that means that somehow you are ignorant to the fact that you are already blissful, you're already okay, you're already perfect. I was talking to somebody just today, and they said, it's not about anything being right or wrong. It's more about realizing that you don't have to earn your happiness anymore. You don't have to earn it through a drug. You don't have to earn it by sacrificing yourself to some compensation. It's already here. Okay? So you don't have to run from yourself anymore. Even if it's painful, you don't have to run. You must be intimate with yourself if you wish to be intimate with your own divinity. It's the same thing. And it's only your mind that interprets the sensations as pain. So when you no longer trust the mind when you're sitting just with yourself, some unraveling happens and the divine will show itself to you. When you stop judging your experiences, stop judging you. When you stop judging yourself, there'll be nothing to run from. Because the sensations that are so uncomfortable, a lot of them have been caused from your own judgment. Right? So thanks for watching. Take care for now. Yeah, so thanks for supporting my work, and I also want to let you know I also have another YouTube channel called Jason Gallant Music, and there I will be uploading meditation and music tracks, and feel free to listen in, and you can also access those tracks on my website at jasongallant.ca in case you want to download them for your iPhone or iPod or something like that. Okay? So thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon.